Do you want to save money and live a stress-free life? Well, budgeting is the key. In our fast-paced world, money often seems to fly straight out of our wallets and into the ether, leaving us wondering where it's all gone. But what if I told you there's a way to keep track of your money, to control where it goes, and to ensure you're using it in the best way possible? That's where budgeting comes in. Budgeting is like a roadmap for your finances. It's a plan that outlines your income and expenses, helping you see where your money is going, identify where you can save, and determine how much you can invest in your future. It's not just for accountants or financial experts. It's a tool that anyone can use to gain control over their financial life. But why is budgeting so important? Think of it as the difference between driving with a GPS versus without one. Without a budget, you might end up making wrong turns, getting lost, and wasting time and fuel. With a budget, you have a clear path to your destination, helping you avoid unnecessary detours and reach your financial goals faster. Budgeting can also alleviate the stress that often comes with managing money. Instead of worrying about whether you'll have enough money to cover your bills or save for your dreams, a budget gives you the confidence that you're making the most of your resources. It's like having a personal financial advisor who's always there to guide you. Now, you might be thinking, budgeting sounds complicated. But let me assure you it's not. Sure, it requires some effort and discipline, but it's far from being rocket science. It's as simple as understanding what's coming in, what's going out, and making intentional decisions about how to use the difference. So whether you're a college student trying to stretch your allowance, a young professional aiming to save for a house, or a retiree wanting to make the most of your pension, budgeting is a tool you can use to achieve your financial goals. Budgeting is not rocket science. It's a simple tool for your financial freedom. Now that you understand the importance of budgeting, it's time to learn how to create one. To begin with, budgeting is essentially about balancing your income with your expenses. It's like a financial puzzle where the pieces must fit together perfectly. The first step in this process is to track your income and expenses. Let's start with income, shall we? This is every penny that comes to you. It could be your paycheck, any side hustles you have, or even a random 20 you found in your winter coat's pocket. Next, it's time to list out all your expenses. This includes everything you spend money on, from your rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, to that daily cup of coffee. Yes, even the small purchases count. It's often the little things that add up. Once you have a clear picture of where your money is coming from and where it's going, you're ready for the next step: setting financial goals. Maybe you're saving for a vacation, a new car, or perhaps you're working towards being debt-free. Whatever your goals are, it's important to make them specific, measurable, and achievable. Now here comes the fun part: allocating money to different expense categories. This is where you get to decide how much of your income goes into each category. Remember, it's not about depriving yourself, but about making informed decisions. For instance, if you notice that a hefty portion of your income is going towards dining out, you might decide to cut back a bit and allocate more towards your savings. It's about making your money work for you, not the other way around. At this point, you may be thinking, that's a lot of work. And yes, it does require some effort. But trust me, the peace of mind that comes from knowing where every dollar is going is worth it. And voila, you have your budget. But remember, a budget is not a prison, it's a plan. It's a tool to help you achieve your financial goals. It's your roadmap to financial freedom. So embrace it, tweak it as needed, and watch as it transforms your financial life. Creating a budget is just the first step. The real challenge lies in sticking to it. Imagine you're on a journey. You've plotted your course on a map, but now comes the part where you actually have to follow the path you've outlined. That's what sticking to a budget is like. But don't worry, we're here to guide you through it. First things first, review your budget regularly. Think of it as your financial health checkup. It's important to take a close look at your spending habits and financial goals. Are you saving enough? Are there areas where you're overspending? A regular review allows you to catch these issues early and adjust your budget accordingly. Remember, your budget is not set in stone. It's a living, breathing document that should evolve with your needs and circumstances. If you've landed a new job with a higher salary, it's time to review your budget. If you've just had a baby, it's time to review your budget. You get the idea. Next, consider using budgeting tools. There are numerous apps and software designed to help you track your income and expenses. These tools can provide you with real-time updates, reminders, and even tips on how to save money. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room: discipline and self-control. Sticking to a budget requires a degree of sacrifice. You might have to forego that impromptu shopping spree or that fancy dinner out. But remember, every time you resist temptation, you're one step closer to achieving your financial goals. Think of discipline not as a restriction, but as a tool that enables you to take control of your finances. It's about making informed decisions, rather than impulsive ones. It's about prioritizing your needs over your wants. Sticking to a budget might seem like a Herculean task at first, but trust me, it gets easier with time. You'll start to notice patterns in your spending, understand where your money is going, and find ways to save more effectively. And the best part? The rewards. A sense of financial security, the ability to plan for the future, and the freedom to make choices that align with your financial goals. Sticking to a budget might seem tough initially, but it gets easier with time, and the rewards are well worth it. So, what do you gain from all this budgeting? Well, the benefits are plentiful. Let's start with the most sought-after reward: financial freedom. Yes, you heard it right. Budgeting is your ticket to financial freedom. It's about knowing where your money is going instead of scratching your head and wondering where it all went. By keeping track of your income and expenses, you can plan ahead and ensure that you always have enough for the things you need and the things that are important to you. Moving on, budgeting significantly reduces stress. When you have a budget, there are no nasty surprises. You don't have to worry about how you're going to afford an unexpected expense or whether you're living beyond your means. It's like having a safety net that catches you when you fall. Also, let's not forget about those financial goals you've been dreaming about. Want to buy a house? Plan a once-in-a-lifetime trip? Or maybe you're aiming for early retirement. By creating a budget and sticking to it, you're setting yourself up for success. You're taking those big dreams and turning them into achievable step-by-step plans. Moreover, budgeting gives you control. Control over your money instead of your money controlling you. It's empowering to know that you're the one calling the shots. You decide where each dollar goes, and you get to see your financial picture clearly. It's like having a magnifying glass for your finances. And let's not neglect to mention the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're financially secure. With a budget, you can sleep well at night knowing you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. So there you have it. Budgeting leads to financial freedom, reduces stress, helps achieve financial goals, and gives you control over your money. It's a powerful tool that can change your life in significant ways. Budgeting is like a roadmap to your financial goals. Start your journey today. Now you hold the key to financial freedom. It's time to unlock it with budgeting. As we draw this enlightening journey to a close, let's take a moment to revisit the treasures we've uncovered. We've journeyed through the landscape of budgeting, understanding its importance and the process it entails. We've acknowledged that sticking to a budget might be challenging at times, but the rewards, they're absolutely worth it. We've learned that budgeting is not about depriving ourselves, but rather, it's about making every penny count. It's about gaining control over our money, not letting it control us. The budgeting process, though it may seem daunting at first, is fundamentally about understanding our income and expenses and setting realistic, achievable financial goals. We've also discovered that the real magic of budgeting lies in its ability to transform our financial habits. By sticking to a budget, we cultivate discipline, patience, and the ability to make informed decisions. And these aren't just financial skills, they're life skills. We've also delved into the myriad benefits of budgeting, from paving the way to financial freedom to enabling us to make big purchases without guilt or stress. Budgeting is a tool that opens up a world of possibilities. But knowledge is only power when it's applied. So it's time to put what we've learned into action. Begin your budgeting journey today. Start small, stay consistent, and before you know it, you'll be reaping the benefits. For those who wish to delve deeper into the world of budgeting, there are plenty of resources available. Books, online courses, financial advisors. There's a wealth of knowledge out there waiting to be tapped. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step towards financial freedom today. Happy budgeting!